Presented by
OTDL
where we keep it.
on the down low.
Exactly. You might have guessed that. But anyway, yeah, we're here with Empty Thoughts. Me and Isaiah. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Usually it's coming out on Thursdays, it's coming out on Wednesday. Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
because tonight,
we
Wednesday
all got.
night, me and Isaiah are going to be doing a drunk stream, and we're probably not going to be up for a podcast
No,
tonight,
no.
which is usually, like, we usually record the podcast Wednesday night, upload them Thursday. However, we're recording this one Wednesday morning. We're going to upload it right after we get done with it.
And plus,
But
we all got like personal stuff to do as
yeah,
well
yeah, like
today.
we don't have exactly
So
that much time to be worrying about podcasts and shit. And me and Isaiah just got done with our weekly early stream, and that's why
yep,
we
yep.
are you know up and about. That's why we're also gonna
Doing.
it's also gonna be up at like probably 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
On Wednesday. But yeah, we doing a drunk stream tonight. I mean, we might fuck around and record an episode of Drunken Stupor. Don't know. However, the tricky
Don't
thing about
know.
the Drunken Stupor shits is it's never guaranteed that the episode of Drunken Stupor that we say we're going to record will come out. Just due to the
Yeah,
fact that it's
yeah.
Drunken Stupor. And sometimes the stupor that happens in Drunken Stupor is a little too
It
stupid.
comes
You know
out.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like,
And they don't
damn.
get uploaded. Like the last episode of Drunken Stupor we went to record didn't get uploaded. It was 55 minutes of just Isaiah talking and just me in the back, just fucking. I was doing ad libs, just like I was Lil Jon or something. I don't know. Uh, yeah.
Like,
But anyway,
yeah,
what this
that.
podcast right here is going to be centered around. First, you got to do what you got to do whenever you're doing an episode of thoughts. You got to let your stuggy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Definitely gonna do that.
So what this podcast is going to be based around, you might have guessed it from the title, is OTDL's biggest mistakes, right? And I've been in OTDL since day one. Isaiah joined. He hasn't even hit his full year in OTDL yet. That's coming up in July or August.
I think, yeah, I think I want to say around July, kind of around.
But I've
Yeah,
been in
it's probably.
OTDL since the fucking day it was founded. You know what I mean? Which was October of 2021. So I've been here through all of the fucking just stupid mistakes that we've made, and I want to be talking about them in this podcast. When OTDL first started. Okay, I'll just give a little basis on how OTDL started. So originally I came up with it. I was thinking of I'll come up with it in 2020. I was like, man, what would be a good group channel name? And I was thinking, and I can't remember how I stumbled upon On the Down Low, which is what OTDL stands for, is On the Down Low. And I was like, okay, On the Down Low, but that name's too long, and it was going to be like gaming, because we were real big into like clans. You know how you have FaZe Clan and then there's Optic Gaming. So we were real big into like that. So I was like, I'm not going to do a clan. I'll just go the Optic route and put gaming after it. So I was like, On the Down Low Gaming just sounds weird. Then I was like, I can abbreviate it OTDL Gaming, and that's what it was. However, OTDL Gaming lasted about 2 days. You know what I mean? And then I was like, no, let me not do this, bro. Let me not do this. Uh, so there was a stupid mistake in itself, was just how it was originally started, which was just me by myself thinking, and then ended it after 2 days. I shouldn't have even started it to begin with at that point, because I mean, I was so I was barely doing anything for my personal channel, let alone trying to do something for like a completely different channel. You know what I mean? So that was a stupid mistake there at the beginning. Was trying to start OTDL gaming, right? And then you flash forward into October of 2021, and me, Austin, and Cody, or me, Deadson Gearhead, we're playing Fall Guys. We're trying to do a 24-hour stream. I'm pretty sure, or it might have been a different one. Uh, and we was all streaming. And Cody was like, "Yo, Josh, bro, you know what we should do?" And I was like, "What's that, bro?" And he was like, "We should restart OTDL gaming." And I was like, "Bro, I'm fucking down. However, we're not gonna call it OTDL gaming. We'll just call it OTDL." And here we are. It's the rest is history.
Yeah, yeah.
But shortly after we started OTDL, shortly after we restarted OTDL, actually, this channel, the OTDL channel used to be my second channel, which was called Extra Headhunter, and I deleted every video on Extra Headhunter and just turned it into the OTDL channel. But shortly after we started OTDL, we got Jeff or Solomon King, which when he first started, he was Caveman. I remember we had a group chat. It was me, Austin, Cody, and then it was me, Austin, Cody. Jeff was in it. Actually, I don't think Jeff was in it at that point. I think it was just me, Austin, and Cody. That might have been it, honestly. But I remember I woke up and look, there was a new channel link, or YouTube channel link, posted in the group chat, and it said Caveman. And I messaged Cody. I was like, bro, who the fuck is Caveman? And then Austin woke up and I hadn't heard back from Cody. I was like, bro, who the fuck's Caveman? And he's like, it's Jeff. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we got Jeff and OTDL and we added him to the group chat, and then we changed I think it was, the group chat was called like Future YouTube Stars or some shit like that. Some shit. And we changed it to OTDL. And I'm going to be honest, getting Jeff, all this ties back into like the original format for how we're going to do this podcast. Getting Jeff and OTDL was a bad decision. It was a mistake. I'm going to be honest, because when we got Jeff and OTDL, and I'm not going to blame 100% of how the owners and like how the original founders. I'm not going to put 100% of the blame on Jeff for that. However, I think when we got Jeff and OTDL, we started to take it almost too political, and I don't mean like president, like I don't mean like politics. Like we was doing these podcasts and all these terms and shit you had to follow, and all these restrictions, and you couldn't do this and you couldn't do that, but you had to do this and you had to do that. You had to 15 interactions a month, which wasn't bad. I mean, that's fucking half the month. You just got to play with somebody that's an OTDL 15 times a month. When we started, everybody's playing with each other all the time. And then you had like the stupid probation stipulations and shit. You had to have you got 3 probations, and like I can't even remember what the terms was for the probations back then. But so even having like all of that, like taking it like that political, when we first started was a bad decision in itself as well. But getting Jeff in it was kind of like the precipice for all this shit going political and shit. Which I'm not going to put 100% of blame. Like, it was mostly me too. It was like 50-50 me and Jeff. But I knew that because I've been a part of many groups, and the original group that I was a part of was called Super Dubes. And Super Dubes fucking died quick. It was me, Austin, Jacob, and Dawson. And Super Dubes died because nobody did anything with each other. Like, there was never any videos, and I didn't want OTDL to suffer the same fate Super Dubes did. So I was like, we got to have some shit to where it is required for you to be an OTDL that you have to do something like so many days a month with people so we can get content out, you know what I mean? And I just didn't want OTDL to die like Super Dubes. And, flash forward, we took the interactions out. And fucking it did the same thing Super Dubes did. It died for a fucking really long time. Nobody was doing anything with each other. Everybody stopped playing with each other. There was no content being made for OTDL. And it was like a 6-month gap in between fucking uploads and shit. And it's like, what I said would happen if we took out interactions happened. So. But when we got Jeff in there, we started playing Among Us and stuff. And along with us playing Among Us, Jeff's sister got involved in the Among Us shits with us. And through that, Cody met Jeff's sister.
Oh, Lord.
Right, and then Cody and Jeff's sister started talking.
Oh, Lord.
And me and Austin tries to act like he's not anywhere to blame and all the shit that happened with Cody the first time. But Austin was like, listen, and this was Austin's original idea. He's like, listen, okay, which Cody was called Mutt at the time, and that's what everybody called him was Mutt, and Austin still calls him Mutt sometimes. That was like the name of his channel. He was like, listen, if Mutt tries to like rub it in Jeff's face that he's piping his sister, he's like, we got to do something, probation or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do something. We can't let that slide, bro. And then so it became Cody started piping man's sister, and then here was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Listen, I love Cody like a brother, bro. You know what I mean? But Cody would come in like YouTube chats, and Jeff's sister and Cody would just be just a bunch of lovey-dovey shit, right? You know, it's just cringe, dog. You know what I mean? It's just
Oh
cringe.
god damn. Oh hell
But
no,
they would do that in
bro.
people's chat, right? Like everybody was tired of it. You know what I mean? Everybody was sick of it. And then I think Austin was talking about. I think Austin said something about Jeff's sister sent Cody nudes or some shit on a PUBG stream that we did back in the day. And Jeff's sister tried to get Austin to delete it, and Austin said he wasn't deleting it. And she said that she's going to get the video took down when she can't. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
But then here's the straw that broke the camel's back. And this is why, signing Jeff was a bad idea, because had we never signed Jeff, Cody would have met Jeff's sister. Cody would have got a lot of shit that happened to Cody would have happened to Cody. You know what I mean? But, so this was
Poor
the straw that
Cody.
broke the camel's back. Jeff was streaming Resident Evil 6, I believe. And lo and behold, here come Jeff's sister and Cody. Lovey-dovey shit. Which
Oh
this was
hell
not a
no.
good reason, but thinking back on it, it's so stupid that we did this. He's been lovey-dovey in the chat and shit. And Jeff just had enough, which, I mean, rightfully so, dog. You know what I mean? Because it looks like you shove it in somebody's face like, bro, I'm fucking your sister, dog. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucked, man. You know what I mean? It's fucked. But, so,
Oh man.
and me,
I
and
already know.
Jeff being in my ear, right, and me trying to take OTDL as serious as I possibly could, which is a bad decision in its own, was taking it as that serious at the early stages of it. Which you got to take it some level of serious if you want it to succeed. Because if you don't take it serious, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? But I took it way too serious with this because we got into a OTDL meeting. We had every fucking member, which is one of the only times we had every member in a fucking Discord call. And we told Cody that he was going to be put on probation, which we had put Jeff on probation. What the fuck did we put Jeff on probation for? Oh, because Jeff was trying to fucking. Why did we put him on probation? Oh, Jeff said. So, like, there was a lot of problems with Jeff, right? And I love Jeff like a brother as well. But Jeff pretty much, okay, so everybody had these contractual obligations that they had to follow. I had to follow them, Austin had to follow them, Cody had to follow them, everybody did. Jeff was pretty much, he said something along the lines of, I don't give a fuck what the contract says. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. That's what he said. And rightfully so, right? But it's like, at that time, I was the only owner. And this right here is what happened before, like, the Cody situation. I was the only owner. You know, I was the only one recognized as a founder. I was like, well, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, if you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. But if you're going to be in my fucking group, you have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't playing anything. Everybody was getting their interactions in, but Jeff. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if you want to be in our, in our fucking, you want to be in my group, you have to fucking follow what the contract says, bro, that you signed. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, it's not fucking, like, it's not like a, that contract wasn't like an actual, like, law-binding contract, you know what I mean? But it's like,
Yeah.
it's just the principles of it. You know what I mean? So I was like, rightfully so. And then we slapped him on probation because he was just like, everybody was following shit except for Jeff, and Jeff said he didn't have to follow it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you fucking have to. And then slapped him on probation, first probation. And Jeff took it on the chin. He's like, you know what? That's my bad, bro. You right. That's my bad. I'll take this probation on the chin. And he took it on the chin. And then when Cody was doing that lovey-dovey shit, which you compare what Jeff did, right? Saying, I don't give a fuck what the contract says. If I don't want to do something, I ain't going to do it. Compared to Cody being lovey-dovey and Jeff's fucking chat, like that's nowhere near each other, right? Like, Jeff's was so much worse than what Cody's was.
Yeah.
And so we got in that Discord call with everybody and told Cody that he was going to be on probation. This was after he was fucking in Jeff's chat, fucking lovey-dovey with Jeff's sister, which is so fucked. And then that same night, Cody was, me and Cody had a falling out right after that. Uh, Cody was in a position where he was like, I don't really want to focus on YouTube. I kind of want to just focus on real life shit for right now. And I was like, that's fine, bro. If you and I told him this right here before a lot of the a lot of the words started getting through. I was like, listen, bro. If you want to step away, bro, all you gotta do is say it, bro. We'll let you. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to go this back and forth. This over the phone, fucking just fuck you, no, fuck you. It's if you want to leave off the jail, bro, just say it. We'll let you go. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then, of course, it went a different fucking direction, and I can't remember exactly what was said between me and Cody, but we went at each other for a little bit, and then he got released. And me and Cody and Austin and Cody, well, Austin and Jeff had fell out with Cody. OTDL had fell out with Cody. Cody was like, man, fuck OTDL, fuck this, fuck you. Jeff's sister was like, y'all ain't gonna fucking do nothing, y'all are gonna fail, a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? What it is, what it is. Uh, and then a couple months went by, and I started thinking, I was like, bro, we fucking. And Austin said it from the jump, which Austin, he talks like he wasn't involved in this shit. But he was more involved in what you think. Like, he was like, if he starts rubbing at Jeff's face and he's fucking sister, we gotta do something. You know what I mean? We can't let this slide. But Austin said it from the get go. He's like, bro, I don't think we should have put him on probation for that shit. We should have at least talked to him. You know what I mean? But it was getting aggravating. I'm not even gonna lie, it was getting aggravating. Just I love you, babe. No, I love you, babe. Shut. Oh, you hang up. No, you hang up. Shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's pretty
hell
much
no.
that's pretty much what it was
Oh,
going. That's pretty
hell
much what was
no,
going on in
bro.
these chats, dog.
Banned
That's pretty
immediately.
much the precipice for what was going
Banned.
on in this chat.
Banned.
And it's like, I mean, that was getting a little bit much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that wasn't like worth a fucking
Oh, hell
probation.
no.
That wasn't worth a fucking
Oh,
friendship getting lost. You know what I mean?
oh,
And
hell
then
no.
a couple
Got
months
one
had went by, and so
Now,
that
you know
right
what?
there's another big mistake for OCL. Is we shouldn't have did that to Cody. We shouldn't have put Cody on probation for some stupid shit like that.
Another.
Because us doing that to Cody and putting Cody on probation for that, fucking that ended a friendship for a pretty long time, dog. You know what I mean? Mine and Cody's friendship, they ended
Yeah.
it for quite a while. If you look back in like 2021, dog, fucking me and Cody was doing everything together. These ghost videos, these random Nautica videos, these vlogs, like we was doing everything together, and then fucking let some stupid shit like that right there fucking end it for a little bit. And it ended his and Austin's friendship for a longer fucking period of time. And then, so right there's another bad decision. This fucking is what just putting Cody on probation for that shit. That was stupid. Well, that all ties
Uh,
into like there's three bad decisions tied into just Jeff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
but we did have some good podcasts. Me and Jeff. Jeff was a hell of a podcast host. So it's like
uh,
I guess you take the good with the bad. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I'll tell you another kind of at the beginning was a headache, and at the
Well,
end.
give me just a second, dog, and I'll fucking because I'm gonna get to that. I'm trying to go in order here.
Oh,
And then okay, so getting back to like the Cody thing. Okay, I think it was like that happened in January, right at the tail end of January. In like March, I was sitting back and I was thinking, I was like, bro, hockey, missed the homie, dog. You know what I mean? Which is fucking, expected. I was like, bro, I can't believe. And I'd came around to my senses by this point, and Austin had talked into all of our heads, like, bro, what we did to fucking Mutt was fucking stupid. And I was like, man, shouldn't have let some internet shit like this right here fucking have ended the friendship. And I posted a video on OTDL. It was the video still up. It's titled "A Header Wants to Squash the Beef," and I was like, fucking. We shouldn't we've been friends for way too long and damn near brothers for way too long to let some stupid internet shit like this fucking cause it to end. So I would like to squash the beef right now. I'll upload the video and it's like 2 or 3 days later. I'm sitting late at night. Phone dings. I look at it and it says the person's word of the name is Cody and I thought it said Cody White because that's his name on the messenger. And I was like, and all it said was I saw the video on OTDL. I agree, and I was like, why the fuck's Jeff saying this? You know what I mean? And then I looked again, and the last name was Singleton, and I was like, oh fuck, it's Cody. You know what I mean? And Me and him talked for a while, and me and him squashed it. And then I moved from where I was at whenever we released Cody and all that shit, and I moved back to where I lived in 2020. And me and Cody started playing shit again, streaming and shit. We was playing multiverses. We was playing Fortnite, all sorts of shit. And that happened in like, okay, we squashed it in like March or April. I didn't move until July, so it took from like March or April to July for me and him to start playing shit again. And then it didn't. It took until fucking January 1st of 2023 for him and Austin to squash their beef. Because all Austin wanted
Damn.
was an apology. Because Cody and Jeff's sister went at Austin the hardest when Austin was the only one that was sticking up for Cody high key. You know what I mean? And so Austin, all Austin wanted was an apology. And Cody finally gave it to him, and then everybody got alright. And then it was like, I think like a week and a half, 2 weeks later, we was playing Worms. And me and Austin got drunk one time and was fucking posting shit on Twitter. just pretty much just fucking around on Twitter. Saying like, Mutt come back, we'll fucking kick Jeff. We'll all fuck Jeff together, some shit like that, bro. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. And then we was talking about that when we was on Worms 2 weeks after Austin and Cody squashed their beef. And Austin screenshotted all of the shits that he posted and he sent it to Cody. And it was like, come back, we'll give you Jeff's co-ownership or some shit. We'll take Jeff's co-ownership, give it to you. And I was like, hey, yo, bro, offer still stands, dog. You can fucking rejoin right now. Just rejoin, I'll give you co-ownership. And Cody's like, I'm down. I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah. I was like, so you actually really want to join back? He's like, yeah. And he joined OTDL back. So that's how that shit fucking got wrapped up. And then moving on from there, okay, so going back right to after that was just wrapping up how we solved our beef with Cody or whatever. So going back to after Cody got released, or no, going back to like 2 days before Cody got released, we signed Chris and Jacob, which we re-signed once before after they got asked for their release. I think that was a stupid decision in itself because, I mean, yeah, we had some fun nights playing shit like Dead by Daylight and shit. However, I mean, nothing really came of it. You know what I mean? And also, in my head, and Austin thought as well, that Chris only wanted to join OTDL because me and Austin were doing fucking good, like really good. Like I was getting 500 views a stream every day. Austin was getting 200-300 views a stream every day. Austin was about to fucking pass me in subscribers. And me and Austin think that Chris only wanted to join because he thought that
Yeah, he was gonna get the clout.
I wouldn't necessarily say, I wouldn't even call it clout, bro. He thought that because we helped Jeff fucking grow a little bit, like we helped Jeff get like, I think he got like 30 or some shit, but he wasn't streaming regularly, so you can't promote somebody that's not streaming, you know what I mean? And Chris was streaming every day, so I guess he thought that we was gonna like promote the fuck out of him and people was gonna actually fucking like go follow. But what he didn't understand is he was streaming on Twitch, bro. He's on YouTube. You know what I mean? So nobody's gonna go from YouTube to Twitch just to follow somebody because we said. So had he been streaming on YouTube, we'd have probably got him quite a few subscribers off of it. But Jacob, however, Jacob was just. It was a bad decision to sign Chris and Jacob because Chris was always down to do some shit, right? But when it comes to Jacob, and this was like one of the biggest problems with Super Dupes as well, he was never down to do a lot like the rest of us were doing at the time. You know what I mean? Like we'd be doing this, and this. He just would not be down to do it. Chris would be down, but he wouldn't stick around very long. And it's like it was a bad decision to sign them because nothing ever came of it, bro. You know what I mean? Like he could have been joining, trying to get fucking followers and shit off of us, which didn't happen. And not only was it a bad decision because of that, but okay, after we took the interactions out, which was I think we took them out in like June or some shit. we completely quit hearing from Chris and Jacob. They were still playing together. Me, Austin, and Jeff was playing together, but Chris and Jacob,
It
bro,
brought more
fucking
division.
no. Me, Austin, and Jeff was playing together. Chris and Jacob was playing together. Nobody was ever fucking associating with each other, bro. And that was a bad decision to sign them on its own, because as soon as the interactions were took out, as soon as they was not contractually obligated to fucking play with other members of OTDL, they just fucking disappeared. So what, like, you think of like OTDL members, right? You think of me, you, Austin,
Yeah.
Cody, Jeff, even. You never think of Chris and Jacob, because OTDL is represented a certain way, right? And it's almost like a brotherhood type shit.
Yeah.
And that just didn't come with Chris and Jacob. You know what I mean? And then flashing forward after Cody gets released, literally the day after, we signed Braden for the first time, and that was a bad decision to sign Braden the first time, because Braden only stayed in it 1 day, and
Oh,
the reason that it was a bad decision
this was
is
for
because
more me.
this was
Before me.
before we even started playing with you. This was 2 years before we started playing with you, dog.
Oh,
Not 2 years. It was
oh,
like 8, 9 months before we started playing with you. But it was a bad decision to sign Braden the first time, because I realized then, and I guess I should have took this as a hint for later. But like I said, OTDL had been like a certain way. Like, we were doing shit every fucking day together, right? And everybody was a certain way. Even Chris and Jacob were starting to begin to be that certain way, but nowhere near the amount of like that certain way that me, Austin, and Jeff were. And I quickly realized after Braden got in there that Braden's just, he's not what the rest of us are, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, Braden's this way, we're this way. You put that together, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, the personalities don't mash well. So we let Braden go relatively quick. I think he stayed in OTDL for a day, I'm pretty sure. And then a lot of shit goes on. Jeff ended up leaving. I think it was a bad decision to sign him back, because he ended up leaving 3 more times. I don't know what the fuck went on. And then you flash forward to after Cody joins back, that's obviously a fucking good decision. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
we signed Hunter. I think signing Hunter was a bad decision. He's still in OTDL today. You know, he's still in OTDL. And I'm sitting here right now on this podcast saying, I think signing Hunter was a bad idea, because Hunter's never been in a single OTDL video. Yeah, he's been in like streams where I'm streaming and Austin's streaming, right? But as far as like videos for OTDL, like, he's never been in a single one. He's been in OTDL for over a year. So I think that was a bad decision to sign Hunter. We signed Shane and Hunter. Shane left, but it wasn't a bad decision to sign Shane. Austin ended up releasing Shane. Whatever. I'm pretty sure Shane said something along the lines of, "I'd rather sit here bored than play with y'all." So I was just asking to get released. I thought it was personally a good idea, because me, Austin, and Shane was playing quite a bit of shit together. But yeah, Hunter's just never like, and I'm not saying anything by that. He's just never been in any OTDO content. If if he's been in the group for, like I said, over a year, and he's never been in a single fucking video, so it's just a bad decision. I mean, I still fuck with Hunter, and I mean, anytime we
Yeah.
played with Hunter, it was always a blast. But as far as like representing the OTDO brand, I just I think that's a bad decision, and he's still in it today. But so then we signed. Who do we sign after? The next thing that we did was fucking sign Braden and Isaiah in the same night.
Oh,
And obviously signing
that
Isaiah
fucking
is a fucking,
Isaiah.
listen. Obviously signing Isaiah was a fucking horrible idea. I fucking hate him. I'm just playing.
Fuck that motherfucker.
No, I'm just playing.
Fuck this
But listen,
motherfucker right there.
and okay, so there's like gaps and gaps in this timeline, right? Because there's been gaps and gaps and just shit for OTDL. It's mainly just been like everybody focusing on their own personal shits and not OTDL. But
Fuck
like the
Isaiah.
next big thing that happened was signing Braden and Isaiah in the same night. I think re-signing Braden again was a bad idea, right? And I'm going to
Oh
explain
Lord.
why.
Oh Lord.
So not only like when we signed him the first time, and I don't know why I didn't even just think about that for a second. I was hammered. That's probably why. I was drunk out of my mind.
But you already knew I was going to sign the contract.
Yeah, I mean Isaiah's been our only prospect. He's been our only prospect because like we was playing together for fucking half a year, like 6 months by the
Yeah.
time that fucking Isaiah, we just kept trying to get him because you can't be an OTDL if you don't have a channel. You know what I mean? Like we're a content
Yeah.
creating group, you ain't got a content, you ain't got a channel you create content for. What the fuck you doing here? You know what I mean? But we was just waiting on Isaiah to start a channel, and then he started one, and we was like, we got to make sure that he's going to keep at it before we can sign him, and then he kept at it. And I signed Braden, and Isaiah was in the party. And Isaiah was like, "What about me?" And I was like, "Fuck it, you want a contract too? Send him one as well." You know what I mean? But I think signing Braden back a second time was a bad idea because not only like when we signed him the first time, and I didn't think about it because I was hammered. I didn't think about the fact that the first time he was in OTDL, like the personalities just didn't mash. We
Oh
were one
yeah.
way, and keep in mind this is like over a year after that he was in it the first time.
Oh
So
no.
not only okay, Braden's one way, we are a completely different way, but 10 times more than what we was the year before.
Yeah.
Uh, like all of us are pretty much alcoholics. You know what I mean? I mean, Austin's quit
Yeah. Yeah.
drinking.
God.
Braden's not. Braden's never touched it. I think he said he got drunk when he went on his like senior trip for high school. We all smoke. Braden does
Yeah.
it. Okay, Braden's like I don't want to call him a goody two shoes, right? But it's like
He's a square. He's a square.
Braden's like this pure. He's like this pure soul, right? And then you got us. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's all we had
It's
to say
like.
about the rest of us. You got this pure soul that's Braden, and then you got us. You know what I mean?
It's
So
like,
it's like
one was on,
the
one, yeah,
the
go
personalities
ahead,
didn't
Josh.
match whether okay, you look at all of OTDL, right? Which is me, Isaiah, Cody, Austin, Hunter, and Braden. You got me, Austin, Cody, Isaiah, Jeff, Hunter, and Braden. You look at the first six, and then you stick Braden in there. Braden sticks out like a sore thumb just because of how the rest of us are. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing.
He kind of reminds me with him being
I'll put it like this,
was
okay? I'll put it like this.
the
You
Ellen
can't
Jenner.
okay. That'd be like taking an NFL player and sticking him in the NBA. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
pretty much what that would be
that's
like.
yeah,
And not
right.
only that, but signing Braden was also a bad idea because everybody that was in OTDL, right? And I know we signed Isaiah the same night as Braden, but Isaiah had been playing with us for fucking months. Braden just had like recently started back playing with us when we signed him. Like everybody had a really clear understanding of like how shit worked. I guess you could say. Like I was in a group with Braden before, and we would play hours on top of hours, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours a day. And I don't know if Braden thought that like that's how I still was and how Cody still was, because Cody was in that group with Braden as well. Well, that's just what wasn't how it was. Like we got like 2-3 hours max in us. I mean, obviously it's better now because I'm out here grinding. I guess it's like longer now because I'm out here grinding. But like like everybody had a clear understanding. Like okay, we'll probably hop on about 2.5, 3 hours, some shit like that, and then that's it. However, like this one night, this right here is the funniest story.
Oh man, oh man.
This is the funniest story, and I still laugh about this to this day. So Isaiah was like, we just had got done hopping off GTA. We did like a 2.5, 3 hour stream, whatever. And Isaiah was like, bro, I'm about to go out here, and we'd planned on hopping back on after we got done. And Isaiah was like,
We
I'm
was
gonna go
gonna
out
do
here.
another
Yeah, we
stream.
was gonna do another stream. We ended up doing another stream, I'm pretty sure. But Isaiah was like, man, I'm gonna go out here and grill out and make some tacos, man. And I was like, listen, dog, I haven't fucking ate anything all day. I'm gonna go in there and make like a ham sandwich or something. You know what I mean? I'm fucking about to pass out. I'm shaking. I'm weak. Isaiah's like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go out here and fucking grill out, make some tacos, and me and him both agreed we'll hop back on after we get done eating and shit. Because I like to watch YouTube and shit when I eat.
Yeah.
Isaiah was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna hop off here. Hop back on in a little bit. I'm gonna go out here and grill out. And I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna hop off here and make a fucking ham sandwich or something. I ain't shit all day, bro. I gotta get something in me. And then Braden goes, oh, all right, so Josh, you trying to run Fortnite for a little bit? I was like, homie, I just said that I was about to fucking pass away, if I didn't get fucking ingest
Like
something.
we grinded so hard that night, like fucking oh man, that night right there, oh my god, it was. We made, I think on that stream we made over 3 mil on GTA,
Mm-hmm.
over 3 mil on GTA, and I was like, bruh, I'm
Like it was
hungry.
a fucking grind that stream was. We did like the
I was,
contract, and the contract takes fucking forever.
yeah, we did the contract, Drug Wars,
Yeah.
because I think Drug Wars came out the same night. I think so, if I remember correctly. But
No, it didn't come out the same night, but it was like the first time we'd
it was
done it.
new. Yeah, together. And man, I was like, man, I'm about to grill out, make some tacos or whatever the fuck I was making.
I'm
And
just going to get a measy old ham sandwich, dog. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
I was like,
I had to
man, I
get
need a
something in
break.
me, bro. I was about to pass away.
Man, we had to take a break. We was getting aggravated. It was just like,
Like you play too much of
oh
like,
man,
because at that point it was like that was like the peak of like us playing GTA, and then it when we was doing that shit in them long streams like that, that's when it was starting to go back downhill, starting to curve and go back downhill. It's us been like fucking completely burnt out for GTA,
yeah,
and it was like
because
it's been like 3.5, 4 hours. We fucking done the contract and drug wars, and it's like man, I just gotta hop off here and refresh myself for a little bit. Like I don't want to look at a single game. I just want to fucking collect myself. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And then the man goes, "You trying to run some Fortnite?"
Trying to report that for a little bit. I was like, bro, just looking. I'm
and
about to pass away.
and another thing is, you know, when he got signed, the the time that I was around, not the first time, but the time that I was around, man would spam party
Oh, bro,
invites.
that was another thing, right? And I mean,
Like,
it's not that it wasn't that big of a deal, but
but
like everybody had a clear understanding, right? Now, like I said, this goes back to like everybody having a clear understanding how shit works, and but not Braden. So it's not
yeah,
anything that it's not anything against Braden. Braden didn't know, you know what I mean? He didn't know how shit was,
yeah,
and I should have tried to explain it to him better, and I did after. But like everybody had a clear understanding. Like okay, if I send Isaiah a party invite and Isaiah doesn't join within like the first like 3 minutes, he's not going to. If Isaiah sends me a party invite
yeah.
and I don't join within the first 3 minutes, I'm not going to. If I send Cody one, he's not going to join the first 3 minutes. He's not going to. You know, it's just that's just how it was. However,
And
when Braden
plus,
sent you a party invite and if you didn't join within the first 3 minutes, he would send another and then another and then another and then he'd send you a Fortnite invite and then a GTA invite. And it's
and
one night
then
we was playing, we was in a party, and I was just like on my friends list, and Braden went from Fortnite to NBA to Madden to 2K, back to 2K to GTA back to Fortnite within fucking like 5 minutes. He went through like 6 games.
I was like, and I got a bad habit of doing that too. But you know, my
The bad
thing
part
is,
is he sent us an invite for every one of them. I didn't even have Madden. He sent us an invite for every one of them.
yeah. And another thing is too. And another thing is too. You know, at the time that I was there, you know, I'd be at work at my 9 to 5, bro, and then
Man would send
it
a
would come
party
through my
invite.
AirPod. It would come through my AirPods, bro. Because we're allowed to do that. I guess I don't know if we are or whatever. I just do whatever I want because I'm the boss. Anyway,
Listen, one
true
night,
story.
Isaiah was at work and Braden sent him a party invite. And we was talking the night before, and Braden knew Isaiah had to work. But bro, I was sitting there one morning, right, and I woke up, and this convinced me that Braden had like a fucking bug in my house or something. Like I was like
Oh
a
God,
crackhead.
dude.
I was like a crackhead looking for the
Oh
motherfucker.
my
You know,
God.
I was looking for the little like
Oh,
microphone or
I
something.
remember that.
Dog, I
I
shit you
remember
not.
that.
I fucking lay in there. My eyes crack open. It's like Squidward. Eyes crack open. I wipe my face, turn over, grab my phone, party, and fight for Braden. I'm like, what the fuck, dog?
It couldn't be no worse than that one night that that me and you was playing. I think we was playing GTA or something. I don't remember what we was playing, but fucking your phone goes off and I'm like, oh, there's Braden.
Looked and it was.
I was like, good God, man.
But
But there at the end though, there at the end, he did calm down a whole lot. You know, this last
there towards the
time,
end of like his stint in OTDL, he calmed down like a whole lot, and like
and
he had the understanding like we did. You know, like
yeah,
he
and I was
finally
like,
adapted to what OTDL
sweet.
was and how OTDL like functions. And then I was hungover as a motherfucker, man. It's right
Oh
here. I don't think we ever even
God,
talked about this. I don't think we ever
no,
talked about
no,
why Braden left, why he got released. So I was hungover as fuck, bro. We was playing. We was doing some shit for like the not the auto shop, but the junkyard in GTA. And apparently the night before, me and Austin had told Braden he looked Korean, right? Which it's a harmless joke, right? Which is a harmless joke. It's obviously a joke. Man's American, obviously. But
Uh,
apparently we told him he looked Korean, and I don't remember telling him he looked Korean the night before because I was so hammered. And it was like the next morning. I'm talking this is like 4 or 5 a.m. Maybe like 6 or something. And I'm excruciatingly hungover.
like
And Braden
fucking
goes, Josh,
like
can I ask you a question? And keep in mind I'm hungover as fuck. I'm like, yeah, bro, what you want, bro? And he was like, last night you said I look Korean. Do you really believe that? And keep in mind I'm hungover. Right. Maybe even slightly still drunk. I'm like, Braden, bro, you want me to be honest with you? And keep in mind this is still a joke to me. It's still a joke. He's like, yeah. I said, fuck yeah, you look Korean. This is a joke, bro. It was a joke, a harmless joke. Homie goes, I'm hopping off here, boys. And he left, and I was asking, bro, is he mad? And it was a joke. It was a complete joke. And Braden messaged me. He was like, I don't want to do this OTDL shit anymore, bro. I just want to leave. And I was like, bro, for real? For that joke? And he was like, yeah, man. He's like, he said something about his female cousin says he looks Korean all the time, and it was fucking with his mental health or something. It was a joke, bro. Like, he'd been in OTDL for, what,
yeah,
5 months at that point, and I was like, bro, you've been
yeah,
around us this long, you know how we are, you know how we joke. Like I tell Isaiah all the time, he's a fucking cuck, letting Jeff fucking
yeah,
push a
yeah.
couch in front of his door and fuck his wife. He doesn't take it serious, you know what I mean?
No,
But it's
no.
like you've been around us this long, bro, and you couldn't tell that was a joke, bro. And then he ended up wanting to leave, so I granted him his release. We released him. That's why Braden left OTDL.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
there.
signing Braden like in the first place when we signed Isaiah, I think was a bad idea. Mainly because I was drunk and I didn't think about the fact that, like I said, Braden's just pure soul, and then there's the rest of us. You know what I mean? And uh, it's not, once again, it's nothing against Braden. It's more of just
No.
like I should have thought about it more before getting him intertwined with some shit where he kind of didn't fit in. You know what I mean? So that's on me. But
Yeah,
you go past Braden, uh, signing
but the
Braden, and then we
worst person you
re-signed
ever
Jeff.
signed
Worst person I ever signed was
was the
Isaiah for sure. I mean, yeah, I fucking hate that guy. I'm just playing.
man. What a loser.
but
Whatever.
you go past us signing Braden, and this is before Braden's release. We signed back Jeff.
Oh
That
man.
was a bad idea because he's left like 7 times at this point. And he
And
also
he
didn't do
leaves
anything at
over
all.
me.
He also didn't do anything at all, by the way. Jeff
Yeah,
never played with us. He never did another podcast. And that was like the one thing I asked him. I was like, listen, bro, you should join OCD. I'm back. Listen, all I ask is one podcast a week. One podcast. Nothing else. One podcast. 1 hour a day a week. He never did it. Got my hopes up about late nights coming back, making a return. Never fucking did it. He actually ghosted me for like a really long time. And then signing Jeff back was a bad idea just because it, he never did anything. We signed
It's
Shane
just
back. We signed
it's
Shane
just the
back.
part.
Now, the first time I said I didn't think it was a bad idea to sign Shane. The second time we signed Shane back, bad idea. We signed Jacob and Chris back, bad idea. Who else did we sign? I think that was it. Jacob, Chris, Shane, and Jeff. All bad ideas. Why is that all bad ideas? Because none of them did fucking anything. You know what I mean? And I've talked to
Yeah,
Shane
more
about rejoining the OTDL like here recently. And the thing is, like, he's just got to show that he's gonna, like, it was the same shit with Isaiah. Like, there's not gonna be any more of this. Yo, start a channel, you can get in. It was just how I did Shane the first time,
yeah.
or with the second time technically, because he started a channel and then he got in. What is it gonna be if Shane ever wants to rejoin OTDL? And he said he has. He's told me that he does. He's gonna have to start a channel, and obviously this is not gonna be anytime soon. This is whenever he's been talking about getting a PlayStation. Have to start a channel, start streaming, show that he's actually going to keep up with it, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk about getting him in.
That's
But
the
yeah,
same.
all of them were just bad ideas. And
It's the
I
same
guess
thing
a
about
part of
me.
like I said that re-signing Braden the second time was a mistake. However, me saying what I said to Braden was also a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. I thought he would have knew it was a joke, because he'd been in OTDL so long, and he'd said shit to me, and he'd said shit to Isaiah, he'd said shit to Austin, and everybody knew
Oh
it was a
yeah,
joke. But I said he looked Korean 2 times total, and he uh he took it to heart, which that's on me. You know what I mean? Because everybody that's in OTDL, at that time, other than Braden, we was fucking like rock solid, like nothing could get under our skin that anybody would say it was in OTDL. You know what I mean? Because everybody knew it was just a joke. And some of the shit we say to each other, bro, it's just fucking crazy.
yeah,
And I should have took into accountability, like, because I was even talking about it then. I was like, I was saying, and you was saying as well, like, I just kind of feel bad for Braden, man, just fucking, because. And Isaiah was even like talking about going through like 2K and playing 2K with him and all sorts of shit, just so he'd feel more included
yeah,
and wouldn't feel so much like, I guess you could say, an outsider. And it was a mistake to say that to him. I should have fucking took into account that maybe he doesn't have the same sense of humor that the rest of us do. So that was a mistake in itself. And then signing Shane, Jacob, Chris, and Jeff back, that was a mistake because none of them fucking did anything. And then here recently, the more recent mistake is fucking re-signing Hunter when his contract expired March fucking 30th, March 24th. That was a mistake because he fucking still hasn't done anything. Which now it's understandable because him and Austin work in
yeah,
London, Kentucky, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Sometimes Hunter works 7 days a week. They work in a factory. And so now it's more understandable because they really don't have fucking time to do anything. That's why Austin streams once a week or once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So now it's understandable. But back whenever he was in it, well, he's still in it. But back in like 2023, like they was still working at Dairy Queen, and he definitely could have did more than what he did, and he definitely could have been in some OTDL videos considering he'd been in like a year at that point. You know what I mean? But yeah, I shouldn't have re-signed him. However, we was hammered, and I was like, "Yo, Connor, your contract just expired. It's 12 o'clock. Do you want to fucking re-sign?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." So now we're stuck with this
yeah.
fucking till December. I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing.
That,
I fuck with Hunter, but I get it's almost like the same shit with Braden,
yeah,
except Hunter is a lot like the rest of everybody that knows the deal.
yeah.
However, Hunter just everybody
He
that's in
gets
OTDL,
banned.
everybody that's Hunter's been banned off Xbox for like he's got a current ban right now that lasts for 2 years. He's banned for 2 years from Xbox, but Hunter's a lot like the rest of us. However, everybody else that's in OTDL, me, you, Austin, Cody, like we all do content, right? I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
like Cody and Austin hasn't been in an OTDL video in a hot minute, but we all still do content. Hunter doesn't.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't even know if he uploads to TikTok anymore. So he's also just he's like in the same aspect of Braden. Like he's not a good fit just for that reason right there. Because and like I said, OTDL is a content creating organization, bro. And
yeah. You can't
what's the
have.
point of you being in OTDL if you're not creating content for OTDL or you're just not in OTDL content or you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I, I mean, that's like having a point guard that can't
however,
pass.
I will say this, going back to the Braden situation. After Braden left OTDL, it all kind of fell apart. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say hair and calf either. I'm not gonna say
Like
hair and
everybody stopped
lie
doing
either.
everything together. Like OTDL fucking had
Yeah.
another fucking hiatus. It was just fucking I don't know.
Now it's just me and you.
Yeah, now it's just me and Isaiah on Cody's podcast. This ain't even my podcast. This is Cody's. This is
No,
fucking Gearhead's
no.
podcast. He came up with a name for this. It was his idea to start one. Where the fuck's he at? You know? No, I'm
It's
just
like,
playing. But yeah, I mean, I think like, and I wouldn't say it's a big misconception, but it is a misconception that this is my podcast, just because I'm on every episode of it. But I'm only on every episode of it because I record and upload them.
yeah,
But this was Cody's idea to start Empty Thoughts. It's Cody that came up with the name for it. This is Cody's podcast. However, he's been absent from OTDO content, like for the OTDO channel, for so long that, I mean, I just had to take it over. You know what I mean? So I'm cradling it in my arms right now. And whenever Cody decides he wants to get back to it, I'll hand him his baby back. But me and Isaiah took it over for the time being.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. We have taken over.
I'd like to think just because of how I am. I think Drunken Super is more of my speed. I would call that my podcast.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
However, I have tuned it back
Drunken.
to once a week, which is what I was trying to do in 2023 and early 2024 was once a week, but I was doing 2 or 3 a week, getting drunk 2 or 3 times a week. Now I have tuned it
Yeah,
back to once a week, which is fucking perfect.
yeah.
Because I don't feel like
This is
shit. I'm not fucking as agitated. I'm still get agitated when I'm bipolar, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But yeah, that was all of OTDL's biggest mistakes, man. That was all of OTDL's mistakes.
Yeah.
Uh, you got anything you want to talk
And
about, Isaiah? To
yeah,
end
yeah.
off the podcast. How long have
I
we been
just
going?
hit. I
We're going for
just
50 minutes. We got
hit.
10 minutes left.
I just hit 65 subscribers.
I just hit 1,970, and I just want to say this just for the podcast, right? Thank God. I thank God every day for everything He's blessed
Yeah,
me with. You know what
yeah,
I mean? I prayed to God. I was like, if this is what I said to Him, and I was like, if you help me make a career out of this, right? Out of doing YouTube, which is what I love. You help me make a career out of doing what I love with YouTube. I promised Him. I was like, I'll give back to people. I'll spread as much of your word as I can. I'll always give all glory to you. I'm going to retire my mom. You know what I mean? It's just, I was like, if you help me do that, I promise I'll keep up my end of the deal. And it's stuff's been going up, bro. So all glory to God always, for real. All glory to God.
yeah,
Because none of this
yeah,
is me.
exactly.
Because none of us would even be here without God. You know what I mean? None of this is me. I
Yeah,
asked
they
God
got
for it. I got to go out and get it. He's not going to hand deliver it to me. I asked Him. I was like, help me make a career out of this. And now I got to go out and get it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy. I did
Because
not know
God's not a
that
crutch. You ask God for something, He's not going to hand deliver it to you. Be like, oh, here you go. You know what I mean? You ask Him for something, you have to go out and get it. You know what I mean? Ask Him for
That's
something, go out and get
crazy.
it.
I'm listening, Josh. It's just I was checking the studio. I was checking the studio. I went up 7 subscribers, and that Madden game I did the other night got 13 views.
I'm not trying to brag or anything, but in the last 28 days, I went up 84 subscribers, 77.2 thousand views, 589 watch hours. All glory to God, man. Thank God for real.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy
And
because
I
when I
don't ever
first
want to
started,
come. I don't ever want to come off braggadocious, bro. Ever,
no, no, no. I mean, I
because I
feel
would
like
be
if I
nowhere
keep,
near this if it wasn't for God, bro.
yeah, I feel like if I keep up the grind and stuff like that and keep doing what I'm doing, I'll definitely hit 100.
I want to hit 2,000 before my birthday, and I'm on track to do that. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'll always give all glory to God, man, because I wouldn't even.
Oh yeah.
Not only would I not be alive or not exist, but none of this would ever even be possible without God, bro. None of
Yeah,
it.
definitely, definitely, definitely. But I really don't have really much to close out on the
I
podcast
mean, we
other
did. It was
than
a pretty good one, about 52 minutes or something. But
yeah.
yeah, that was all of OTDL's biggest mistakes. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna slap biggest mistakes in the title just because, but I don't know if I'd classify it as all these as big mistakes. You know what I mean? Because we haven't really made
Except
any
for the
big
Isaiah
mistakes.
kid.
Knock on wood. Yeah, I mean Isaiah joined him, but we'll get rid of him we'll get rid of him eventually. So
Well, son of a bitch.
no, I'm just playing. But yeah, let's go wrap up this episode of Empty Thoughts. So we appreciate y'all for watching. Click on OTDL. Go sub to everybody to OTDL. We're out at the top of the OTDL channel. You can also, and more importantly, slap that like button on this video. Make sure to subscribe to OTDL because OTDL is some monk. You know what I'm about.
Yep, yep, yep.
And yeah, we appreciate y'all for watching this, man. And once again,
I'm
all glory to
fucking
God for
shy
everything.
anyway.
All glory to God for everything. And yeah, appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all the next time that we see y'all.